Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey y'all, Happy New Year, Happy 2020, Happy New Decade. I'm Aja A. Welcome to SunshinehazeCo. As you see tarot cards on your screen, it's time for a reading. This time around, it's not for the new moon or your monthlies. This is for the new year, for 2020, so looking at January through December. This video is for the Libras, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, and Libra Rising. So before I even get started, if you feel like what I'm saying isn't resonating with you, go on and check out your moon and or rising sign, which I do have linked down below in the description box. Not typical, because I haven't done this spread on this channel before. This is a 5-card spread looking at the energy coming in for you, or the energy that you need to tap into in 2020. Also with the tarot, going to be looking at your finances and career, love and relationships, and also where you're going to be heading towards as far as personal growth goes this year. And as always, a staple in my readings, a soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this spread, okay? Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, I just drank some Gatorade, so we're not gonna do this today. We're gonna get through this spread. So let's go ahead and get started, Libra. The first card that you have coming up in your spread is in the position of the energy that's coming in for you, or the energy that you need to tap into, and it is spiritual cleansing. And first and foremost, I want to talk about the numerology on this card. You've got 50, which is 5, amplified by 0. And anytime the number 5 pops up, it comes with the energy of change, of transformation, transmutation of, dense and stagnant and energies that no longer serve you. And also adapting to new situations and new spaces and new energies. So before I even talk about the message with the card, 2020, I was going to say 2022, but I'm thinking of the energy, the universal year energy. It's a 22 universal year. 2020 will be definitely a year of change for you. If you have been, whatever space you've been in this past year, or the past few years, or even this past cycle, this past decade, you can expect for this next year to bring in these little glimpses of something very different getting ready to play out for you over the course of the next decade, okay? All right, so now talking about the message that comes along with this card, we've got spiritual cleansing here. And so what this tells me, as I was saying, Libra, if you whatever you've been mixed in as far in these past few years, it's going to be different for you. I do pick up on this sense that for a lot of you Libras, life may not, and I don't want to say life has been bad or it hasn't been good, but I feel like you may have been, I don't know, kind of not necessarily going through the motions, but kind of been feeling like you've been pulled through the trenches in the past few years and in a few different situations, so to speak. Excuse me. With that being said, anytime you go through any type of difficult situation or any type of, rough transition, you take on a little bit of baggage. Your energy is a little bit compromised, so to speak. So you end up going forward into new spaces, either carrying this baggage from these things that you had to deal with, or carrying around dense energy or stagnant energy from these things that you may have worked through or worked with or worked on, but not necessarily cleansed yourself or removed yourself from, or cleanse the cords, if that makes sense. So for you guys during this year, 2020 is definitely a year for you to where you, although this is a new decade and everybody's into the, oh, new year, new me, new decade, this is a new cycle, and it is that for you, but some of the signs are not necessarily jumping right into that brand new energy. Some of the signs are resonating with a little bit of, okay, we're cleaning up, we're really wrapping things up, and clearing out space that way through the rest of this decade, towards the end of this year. I'm resonating with clear energy, with a clean slate, so that I can do all of the things that I want to do and bring in all of the energies that I want to bring in. So this year may be, as far as like being in the mix and being in the public eye and doing a whole bunch of stuff, may not be as loud for you. It might be kind of quiet. However, on a spiritual level, on, you know, a personal level, there's going to be a lot of and probably subconscious work going on. Although I feel like you guys will actively be working, but I don't think you'll understand how much change is happening for you as you do the work that you're doing throughout this next year. So my message with this card, I feel like 2020 is definitely very much so a year that's important for you to really focus on the type of person you want to be and the type of life that you want to be living. What does that look like? What does that feel like? And what type of baggage are you still carrying around or what type of energies are you still in or attached to that is preventing you from taking those strides towards where you want to be. Spiritual cleansing also comes in with this message of, you know, you may actually need to like go and get some sort of spiritual treatment, go and get some Reiki done, go and get do a sound bath, or go on like a little meditative retreat or something, or go on a trip. Anything that you do in this year to better align yourself and really strengthen your spirit and your soul and your mind is going to be very beneficial to you throughout 2020. And again, like I said, new year, new me, new decade is the energy that everybody's rocking with. It's the cliche that comes in every year, not the new decade, but like every year, everybody's new year, new me. Leaving this in this 2019, leaving this in the last year, you know what I'm saying? But for you guys, you're more so focused on I'm leaving this behind and I need to. And because it's spiritual cleansing, it's like as you do the work, you are growing, you are transforming, and you're understanding what you're releasing and you're understanding what you're letting go of. Okay? So that's all I want to say about that card for now. Let's get into the tarot for you guys. The first card that we have coming up in this portion of the spread is in the position of finances and career. And you've got Libra. And this is the Rada 6. This is the 6 of Swords in this deck. In this particular deck, this is the storyteller's card. It resonates with this energy of, you know, going through these experiences and being able to, you know, give this advice or tell these stories. It also is a card of seeking out knowledge. This being in the position of your career and your finances, going a little bit back into what I was saying about these past few years maybe not being the best for you. I don't feel that for a lot of you Libras, the past few years you have been financially content, so to speak. Not to say that your finances have been all fucked up and fucked off, but, you know, for some of you, it's because y'all are ruled by Venus. Listen, if y'all ain't got money in all your pockets, you're like, this is not it. I'm not doing well enough. I need to do more. So this is not to say that you have actually lacked, but you, in the past few years, you may feel like you have not had as much as you are used to, or haven't been making what you feel like you deserve to be making. And also, as far as your career is concerned, this card also coming up in this position, with the spiritual cleansing being in your spread, comes with this message of some of you Libras maybe have not been happy with your career or where you're at in your career. So with Legba appearing here, this energy is coming with this message of, you know, in order for you to get to the bread, get more money, to improve upon your finances, or to advance in your career, or to shift into the career that you want to be in, you've got to seek the knowledge to do so. So, you know, if you are like me and you're not the best with your finances, you might find yourself in a space where you might need to get some books on, okay, how to plan your finances successfully. You might need to go to your bank, and most banks have free consultations when it comes to like financial planning. You can go to your, and if not, there's a lot of like discounted services, especially around the beginning of the year, and especially around tax season, because we're coming into tax season. So, you know, check those things out. You might have to sit down with somebody and actually bring all your statements and stuff and say, look, this is what it is. This is what I want it to be, but this is what it is. How can you help me? If you're trying to advance in your career, Libra, this is a year for you where, you know, maybe you need to reach out to people who are in the positions that you want to be in. If you want a promotion, you need to go talk to the person that's in the position that you're in, and you don't got to go to them like, hey, I want your job, but you'd be like, hey, you know, I do want to advance with this company, or I do want to advance in this career field. You know, if you have some time, or if you don't mind, do you have any pointers, or do you have any advice on how to do so? You know, and then also, if you're not in a situation to where you can ask somebody how to do so, say if you've got your own business and you just want to, you know, grow and build upon that, this is a time where you have to, get online, get on YouTube, look at all these free YouTube reading and not readings, free YouTube videos on with some readings. Some people do, business and financial readings. I do offer one through my Etsy shop. That one ain't free. Y'all gotta pay for that one. Why would I give y'all a business and financial reading for the free? You feel me? No shade to the other YouTubers, but I got my staples for my channel, but y'all gonna have to run me my coin for the money readings. Get on YouTube, watch these videos about, how these successful online business people or online boutique people got all of this business, all this revenue coming in, all these streams of revenue. Get online. Google is free. Google is so free. And also, books. Most books are free in the library. I know people don't really go to libraries anymore. I do. I make use of my library card. But, read. This is literally a reader's card, the storyteller's card. This is, you've got to soak up the knowledge that you need in order to advance, to get to where you need to be. And just very quickly, this is a 6 card. 6 is the number, it's considered the perfect number. It's the number associated with harmony and actually building upon these stable foundations that you put into place with like 4, and then coming off of the energy of 5 with changing, so you can actually, progress forward with that energy in a positive way. You've got 6 here, and this coming up in the career, in the position of your career and finances, does say, Libra, as you go out and seek this knowledge and you bring it in, and you guys, you're air, so you already resonate with a very intellectual energy. So as you go out to seek this knowledge, it'll be very easy for you to pick up on, very easy for you to process. As you start to do these things and incorporate them into the physical, into the moves that you're making, you're going to see your finances start to pop off. You're going to see your businesses start to grow. You're going to see that advancement in your career start to come forward for you. Okay. Next card that I have coming up in your spread is in the position of love and relationships. And while this is a very popping card, I'm just going to tell y'all right now, I keep my readings very real. So if you're not into the art of keeping it 100, you just go on and click out of my video now. This card coming up in the love position, love is not going to be at the forefront for you during this year, Libra. But this card does come in with this energy telling me that self-love is going to be at the forefront for you. And I think in some aspects that's more popping than love, like a really popping card coming up here in the love position. You've got Loco, which is the Emperor in this deck. But in this is the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot deck. So they have the traditional tarot messages, but they also have their own messages related to voodoo culture. So you've got Loco here. I'm going to read this for the singles and for the people in relationships. I say the singles, and then I don't know what to call y'all. People that are in that have partners. For the couples, I guess, for the singles and the couples. So you've got Loco here. This card really comes in with a very, very powerful energy. It comes in with this energy of like a victorious, like overcoming some sort of obstacle, and it's usually in regards to the self. So for the single people, Libra, y'all are Venus ruled, so I feel like I'm not straying too far if I say that you've either recently come out of something, maybe not like recently, but like you in the recent history have had some sort of situation. You guys are Libra ruled. Libra males tend to be a little bit more in the wind, but you guys are very committed when you're in relationships. But for some of you Libras, you've been recently single or single for the past couple of years or so, or couple of months or whatever, and probably in this space of feeling kind of defeated by the relationships that you were in, or by the ways that you were treated, or maybe looking back like, I don't know why I put up with this, I don't know why I did this, I don't know why I let that person do this, I don't know why I stayed in this along, X, Y, and Z, ABC. This Loco card coming up here does tell me that in 2020, you're going to be coming into this position to where you're no longer resonating with the energy of, I took so many L's in that situation, and that's why I'm not with anybody now, and da-da-da-da, as opposed to that, y'all will be coming into this energy of, I went through this, I experienced this was not favorable, this was not, this wasn't what I wanted, what I envisioned when it first started, but I learned so much about myself and about what I need and what I want in life and in love and in my relationships. And so therefore going through 2020, you're gonna be presented with like opportunities. People are gonna want to take you on dates, or go out with you, or mix and mingle with you, or hit the bedroom with you, and live your best life. This card, just because it's a independent energy, doesn't say you don't have to have fun. Live your best life, okay? But that being said, some of these situations may come in, and you may start to see what you would consider red flags in regards to your past start to pop up. The difference between now and then, or even a few months ago, or whenever, is that these red flags, as they wave, you're not going to pretend like you don't see them. You're very no nonsense this year when it comes to how you were treated in love and the types of people that you deal with. You're very much so gonna be in this, like, yeah, either you with the shits or you not, and if you're not, then peace. You can't love somebody, what is the word I'm looking for? You can't love somebody. I can't think of the word, but you can't, give somebody the type of love that you want to give them until you're able to give that same type of love to yourself. So this year, 2020, and it's funny because everybody's been making these jokes about 2020 vision and coming at the people with glasses. Y'all are not funny. But it's really kind of like 2020 vision in regards to love for you. It's like, yeah, I went through that shit. I'm not doing that again. Spiritual cleansing. You are actually understanding the things that you are walking away from and moving away from, okay? Now, for the people in relationships, as I was saying, I keep it very real. For the people in relationships, I got two messages here. One of them, I feel like some of you may feel somewhat kind of like stifled in your relationship, like you're just not heard, or like, you're not being seen, or your person is not your person is not cool with showing you off to the world or whatever. The other message is that some of you may be in some situations to where you're feeling like you're not appreciated. You're feeling like, this is not the way that I want to be loved. This is not what I signed up for. This is not Venus. This isn't what with this loco card coming here, and like I said, I keep it very real. Also, this is a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate with you, you can watch another one of the spreads. Some of you might be walking away from your relationships. This is a card with very independent energy, and it's independent energy coming after a victorious battle, usually with the self. So there might be some conflict, and especially you Libras that are very emotionally invested in your relationships at this point, or have been in them for a while. You might be like, I really thought this was going to be something different. Do I really want to walk away from it? But this energy coming up here does tell me that some of you might be like, well, it was something different and now it's not, but I don't know that I can get it to the point of where I'm getting everything that I need and what I want. And do I want to compromise on that? I don't think so. So some of you might be walking away from your relationships, or some of you might be putting your foot down in your relationships and saying, look, this is the ultimatum. Either, like I said, you get with the shits or you don't. And if you don't, like, you can get gone, get ghost. I don't, it's kind of a very, I don't have time for that type of energy coming up with this loco card. Like, I don't have time for that because I know what I'm worth and I know what I want and I know what I need. So, just brace yourselves for this year in love if you're in a relationship. And also, even if you are resonating with that ultimatum energy, if things shift, because this is the local card and it has that victorious battle energy, if things do tend to shift, you'll see your relationship come into a very strong and stable pillar, a lot different from what it was before, okay? So quite a few messages with that card, actually, but it all comes back to the spiritual cleansing energy of, there are just certain things that you cannot put up with and you won't put up with. Certain things that you've experienced that you're not going, and like most of us do, you say, I'm never going to do that again. And they tell you never to say never, but when it comes to love and how you treat it in relationships, that is the exception. A lot of us have said, I'm never dealing with that shit again, and we don't. And not so, it's okay to be like that. I'm not going to tell you never say never when it comes to dealing with fuck shit in your relationship. Oh no. Or just in love general, in love in general, okay? All right, y'all. The next card coming up in your spread in this tarot portion is in the position of your personal growth. I like this card coming up here. You've got Nan Nan Beaucoup La Flambeau, and this is the Petro 2. It's 2 wands in this deck. And I like reading this card based off of the imagery. This person has his wand, right? And he's got all these little heads, and I like to look at these heads as like all your ideas, all your desires, all your dreams, your hopes, your wishes, your goals. And you've got this fire burning in in the middle of the forehead, and I look at that as the third eye. So you've got this fire burning, and where you know, and having this intuition and knowing what it is to do and how to, you know, really make good on all these goals and dreams and hopes and wishes. And this is in the position of personal growth. So I get a very, very positive, strong sense of alignment with this card coming in for you, Libra, during this this next year. You've got this especially with this spiritual cleansing, and a lot of times when we're carrying around dense spiritual energy, a lot of shit, it becomes hazy for us. It's hard for us to work through things. It's hard for us to figure things out and get the knowledge that we need. It's hard for us to see things for what they really are, and, you know, stand firm in our beliefs and our desires and our goals, and you know, things of that sort. So with you coming into this spiritual cleansing energy during, you know, 2020, especially with that 50 energy, you are coming into this energy of alignment as far as personal growth goes, because you're clearing out what doesn't need to be within your aura field anymore, right? So you're clearing things out, like I said earlier, so that you can have a clean slate. That clean slate also can be interchangeable with the energy of alignment as far as 2020 is concerned. So for you guys, it's like, there's work to be done, Libra. There's things that you've got to figure out. There's things that you need to do. And as you, like I said, as you gain the knowledge, you'll be able to incorporate these things into the physical, right? And as you incorporate things in the physical, and as you do the spiritual work, you come into this non-bouclou la flambeau energy, and you really are resonating with, I know where my fire is taking me, and I know exactly how to get to that point, and I know exactly how to harness it and how to use it. So for you guys, 2020, like I said, it's going to be kind of quiet, probably for the first half of the year, as we start to kick things up towards the end of the summer, going into the fall season, the season of change. You guys are really going to be coming into this space of, you know, understanding all of the work that you've done here, and then also seeing that all of these things that you have been intending and manifesting starting to play out for you in the physical in ways that, in positive ways that I feel like, Libra, are going to be a lot different than what you imagine, but also in the same sense a lot better than what you had in mind for what's to come. Okay. All right, Libra. Last card that I have coming up for you in your spread is in the position of the soul message for 2020. And interestingly enough, you've got another 5 card. It is 41. You got the plum color here, and this is overcome your challenges. So, which is funny, because I was going to give y'all a chakra message, but I got 2 chakra messages there for you. We already talked about the energy of 5. So 2020 is the year of change for you. You are really rocking with this master builder, universal year energy, because you've got some shit to work on, and you want to work on it so you can build upon it. And like I said earlier, find yourself in the spaces that you want to be in, right? So this message of overcome your challenges means that you really have got to work on that spiritual aspect. There are cords that need to be cut, Libra. There are conversations that need to be had. There are energies that need to be cleared out. There are situations that you need to walk away from. And there are people that you need to, you know, so to speak, wash your hands of, do away with. And that is okay. Like, it is completely okay to walk away from shit that does not serve you anymore, because when you remain in those types of energies, that's when you start to see things hit the fan and things start to go crazy, especially in karmic situations. So looking at that relationship card. So for you guys, it's very important that you are doing the personal and spiritual work for yourselves during this year, and that you are actively healing, like, so that you are understanding the work that you're doing, and you're understanding the changes and the shifts that are coming in for you. Okay. Also, with this plum card coming here, plum, like, what chakra is that? You know, but it actually is a shade of purple, but it's also, you could also look at it as a shade of red, like a darkish reddish shade mixed in with like a little brown or black or whatever. So I'm gonna say, reading this for your Earth Star chakra and for your crown chakra. So that is your you know, we've got more than the 7 chakras. The Earth Star is underneath the base chakra, and it's connected to the earth. So it's all about your physicality, all about the things that are happening for you here in this physical realm. And then, you know, your crown chakra is all about bringing things together, completion, and having everything aligned. So I think it's important for you guys during this year to work really on your root, but the base. And you can work on your root chakra too, but I mean work on the base, and do some research on the Earth Star chakra. It's actually very interesting. And look into some stones. Black stones are really good for Earth chakra, brown stones, and also red stones are good for Earth chakra too. Black stone is good for Earth chakra. Like stones like kyanite, stones like black kyanite, jet. You could also work with some what's it called, petrified wood. aragonite. You can work with aragonite too for that earth star chakra. And then as far as your crown chakra goes, you know, stones like amethyst, halite, fluorite, also dambrite is one of my favorites. I like working with that stone. Angel aura quartz, things of that sort. But really work on, you know, the base. Set that foundation, clear that out, really get that going to where it needs to go, really get that moving, and then work on your crown. So you're working on your base, and then you're bringing all of these things together in 2020, bringing yourself into alignment with this energy here so that your decade plays out the way that you want it to. Again, you're creating a clean slate for yourself so that you can really, I don't even want to say hit the ground running, because we're already in, we're in the race, we are in the marathon, and it continues. Shout out to Nipsey, rest in heaven. And you know, tabla rasa, blank slate. It's really time for you to clear out what needs to be cleared out, Libra, so that you can move on into the next chapter of your life. You don't want to be carrying around all these things that you were carrying around prior to this. We don't want to go into this year or into this decade with that. So just make sure that you're doing the work that you need to do. Make sure that you're understanding the work that you're doing during this year as well, okay? And that is your spread. I hope that provided y'all with some insight. Please come back to this at any point in the year. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you'd like your own personal reading, feel free to book one with me. I've got my Etsy shop link down below as well. And I did mention the financial reading, so if you was looking at this card like, well, I don't know what to do. So like I said, if y'all wanna bless me with some coins, I will bless you with the financial reading, and that's linked on my Etsy. That's not linked, but if you go to my Etsy shop, that is on my on my channel. Y'all, I'm about to wrap y'all's video up because I apparently cannot talk. Yeah, if you need your own reading, check out my Etsy, or you can shoot me an email as well. Check out the 22 universal year master number energy video talking about the collective energy for this year. Also, I have a pick a card tarot spread for the decade, so if you are interested in some messages for what the energy is for you over this decade, this next 10 years, I have that up as well. All of that good stuff is linked down below. Thank you guys for rocking with me so tough. Thank you for getting me to 1,000 subscribers. I'll be having a video come up in about a week or so to celebrate that. It's going to be a little giveaway video, so if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe and hit the bell so you can keep up with when I put that up, if you're interested in participating. And yeah, thank you guys again so much for rocking with me. Thank you for watching. I'm wishing y'all all peace and happiness and abundance and all the good things for this year 2020 and this decade to come. And I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.